girl, you are so pretty, 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 pretty. Baby girl, you are so pretty, 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 pretty. Females magic just touching me, trick me, trick me.
Hi. Hi, I'm Rylin the host of Take Care of Your Body by Rye. I hope this is your new favorite space for all things health, wellness, and healing. Each week, I sit down with doctors, dietitians, wellness experts, and just your everyday people, and we talk about taking care of the body, why it's important, and overall stories that will remind you on why you need to take better care of yourself and why you need to focus on taking care of your mental and physical health. Make sure you hit subscribe.
Hey everyone, today I'm with a very special guest. Hi, how are you? Do you want to introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Yaya Starchild.
Stop. I'm obsessed with you. You literally, like, I want to go be fairies in the forest. Like, come
You're
on.
so sweet. You're so sweet.
Oh, I love you.
Takes one to know one. It literally does. Like you have a sun catcher spirit, and that's like your energy is so infectious and beautiful, and you're so authentic.
I'm gonna,
So
I'm gonna cry. No,
don't.
like
I'm
what?
in my luteal phase. I will cry at the drop of a hat. So you have to be strong.
Okay. I can't trigger you to cry. Like we can't just have an emotional cry session. Not that that would be
It's
anything abnormal for the podcast. I totally have done that before, but we can just like kumbaya and like zen right now. Like that's
yeah. Let's
the
be
episode is
chill.
like 45 minutes of us just like meditating.
Yeah. Hey, we're in the space. The
Literally,
space is
everyone's like, what?
curated.
Everyone's like, what? What am I listening to?
It just turns into a guided meditation.
Literally, they're like, what? Um, First of all, I'm very jealous of your name. Like, what? That's so like fitting for you. Was that your like legal birth name or did you like change your name? Like, what the heck?
So that's a beautiful question.
No, you're
No, it's not my government name. It's so my government name, I'm dropping the government. Oh my God. My
good.
government
I
name is
definitely
Aaliyah.
okay. It's still
It's
beautiful.
Aaliyah.
I still love it.
But it's not spelled the traditional way. It's spelled Aliyya. So I used to work with adults with intellectual and developmental disabilities, and I had this one-on-one client that I was really close with, and she was nonverbal, but she made sounds, you know what I mean? Like I could understand her language, but it was just her language,
Right.
but that's what she called me. I started to realize she couldn't say my name, but she would call me Yaya.
Oh,
And so, yeah, I've always wanted a nickname since I was a kid, but like I didn't like the ones that people would typically go for. And I started a new job and I was like, there was another Aaliyah in my training class, and
it's
I was
such a
like, I need to
common name.
differentiate myself. So I was like, y'all can call me Yaya, and that stuck. But the Star Child is just kind of a nod to um, the fact that I believe that I'm a child of the stars. Like I know there's different theories and thoughts on where we come from, but I was told I was told that I was born from the stars and I'll go back there when I die. So I'm a star child, you know?
I love that. That's so beautiful. And like, you know what? Who knew one little thing, like with like a client, I guess is what we're gonna call him,
Yeah,
a friend at this point, like gave you your author name, your what you go by. Like that's so beautiful. People
incredible.
impact us. Like people like laugh when I say that. And I'm like, maybe it's my writer brain, but people really impact us and truly change our lives, no matter, if they stay in our life forever, just like by going out into the public one day, you can interact with someone that you remember forever. And
Yes.
that's what's so beautiful about human connection. It's like one little silly conversation. You probably were like, LOL, this is so funny at the time. Like that stuck with you so much that here you are now using that as your name. That's so beautiful.
I love the way you put that. And I'm gonna paraphrase, but there's something that I saw that has just always stuck with me, which is the fact that we are like a mosaic of all the people that we've ever loved. We take
Um,
pieces from everyone that we meet. So, and yeah, like you said, you never know. Just in the same way that you can say something that is hurtful to someone and you won't remember it, but it will stick with them for the rest of their life. It's the same with the good things that you say,
A
so
1000%. And that's why, like, what you say really matters. Like, someone was like, oh, it doesn't matter how, I go out into public. And I was like, yeah, it does. Because if you're going to be nasty to someone, you never know what that stranger is enduring. And if you're nasty, you could probably offset a situation you know nothing about and make it worse.
mhm,
So it's like
mhm.
being kind should be second nature. It takes so much energy to be mean and to be nasty.
It
Where being
does.
kind, it's like, hi, how are you? How's your day? Like, you don't need to go be a ray of freaking sunshine. Like, that's me. But like, you don't need to be an extra bubbly person. You can just be like, hey, have a great day, hold the door for someone. Like, it's so easy. It's not
It
like you have
is.
to spend $500 trying to be a kind person. It literally costs nothing.
It's free. Kindness is
You know?
free.
It's free.
And it can even make you feel good. So it's like it's a win for win.
Literally, like, what do you mean? Like, when people are so nasty, like, I hear, people like, whatever, customer service people or just people in the public complaining. I'm like, what do you mean you literally had the ability to get out of bed today and that's how you're choosing to act? Like, what?
Hmm. Hmm.
It's crazy, bro. It's crazy.
It's awful, but we know those people are so sad inside. You
Exactly.
know,
You know, and we
they
can just like
have to
throw
be.
our books at them.
Yeah, 100%. And throw is the right term
It
because
is, you know what?
it's
It's like, hey, heal,
it's
babe.
yeah, it's like a brick painted with sunflowers.
Literally. It's like, hey, this is for you. XOXO.
And also have the day you deserve.
Literally. No, it's so true. It's so true. Have the day you deserve. And I hope whatever is causing you to be so evil, works out for you and helps you humbles you because I don't know, people that are just mean need to go through something and then realize, wow, I shouldn't have done that to the people that I
They do.
treated
And
badly.
I think it's really interesting because sometimes you can kind of break down that wall. Like sometimes it's just, are you okay? Like, are you good? And they're like, oh, wait, like, or, I work at a call center and people
Right.
will be so nasty to me on the phone all the time. And I won't give into it. I'll keep being kind. And that can go one of two ways. But a lot of the time they'll go, oh, I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry that I was rude to you. And I'm like, yeah, I'm just a person. I know that you're just a person. But sometimes people, I don't know.
No, right. At the end of the day, we both have feelings. We both are human beings. You have shit going on. I have shit going on. Maybe it's the same thing. Maybe it's not, but we're all enduring
Right.
something. Why are we going to make, that human being on the other end of the phone? Mind you, that is a human being. I think as humans,
Right.
like,
Mind
we
you.
forget, like, oh, that's not some robot.
Yeah.
Like, that's a person. That is a person who's going to go home to their families or go home and think about how you treated them. And I think, like, we need to consider every human being we endure is fighting a battle we know nothing about, and we just need to
Yes.
be kind. And if you can't be
Mhm.
kind, don't show
Shut up.
literally. Literally.
Bite your tongue. Some
Literally. That's
people really don't know how to do that.
literally.
But
I mean, I'm one of them, but at least I'm kind and sunshiny. You know
yeah,
what I mean? Like,
no, we need that. Like I was just thinking about how I'm taking the words that I'm saying before they come out of my mouth, like there's less filters in my brain now than before. I was realizing like my words were going through so many different filters. Like, how is the person I'm talking to going to feel about this? How is all these filters? And I decided I can have two. I can have, is this true to me? And do I have evidence of it? If it's one or two, if it's one or both, then I'm going to say it because it's my truth. And it's true, or it's my
exactly.
truth, or it's true?
Exactly. So, do you want to kind of introduce yourself? I mean, I know we kind of heard a little bit about you, but share about your author journey, what got you started into posting on social media, and why you are the way you are. I mean, educate us a little bit. I'm interested.
Okay, great questions. So, my author journey. I have been writing since I was a teeny tiny kid.
Oh,
Um, I started writing probably when I was 8 or 9. Are you a 90s kid?
I am not. You're gonna laugh. I'm only 19. Did you know this?
Okay, let me get it together. Let me get it together.
He's like, wait,
Whoa, no. Okay, I'm sorry. I did not know.
oh, baby. I know, but like, I've, and this really goes to show like life experience can educate you so much. Like I graduated high school at 15 and I'm in my master's right now at 19 and I have the pod and everything that I do. So people are like, wow, like you're so much older. And I'm just
Oh
like,
my
no,
goodness.
I just carry myself that way and I've been through a lot and I feel
19.
like it really, age is just a number. It really is. And you can go through so much and become so mature because of that. And I think
You
people
can.
like to invalidate us and say, "Oh, you're 19, you're a baby. What do you know?" But it's like I've lived a lot for only being 19 and I've learned a lot
Yeah.
along the way and instead of like letting that turn inward and, be a shitty human being, I do what I do to
Yes.
find people they're not alone in their pain.
And you used it to grow. And I think, especially since your prefrontal cortex is not developed, that is a flex, babe. Like
No, I
when your
swear to God it
brain,
is. It is. I swear. I'm 30 with four cats right now. Like that's how I am emotionally.
you you definitely probably have been here before too. Like there's no way this is your first rodeo. This might be like you might be on one of the last returns home, babe, because that's insane.
But we'll be jamming about this later. I know you want all the lawyer. Like, wait a minute, what?
No, no, literally. Yeah, I know. We have to. Okay. Okay, back to me, back to me. But honest, I just had to give you your props, girl. You're
Oh,
incredible. You're
no, you
incredible.
are.
19?
You
Oh my
are.
God. Okay, we're here. So, my author journey. Yes, I have been writing. Well, the reason I asked if you were a 90s kid was because in the 90s, we had just a computer room, like the computer with
Yep.
the room. And you go in there. My nana had one. So, I remember sitting there and writing my first ever book. It was 10 chapters. That was probably just about 10 pages of really big paragraphs in crazy font. But I printed that out and like stapled all the little copies together. And I took them to class when I was in like fifth grade and put them on all my friends' desks. And that was what I called my first book signing.
Oh,
But
stop.
so so that's my origin story, man. My first book was called A Gazillion Wishes,
Oh,
and the plot is so silly, but I love telling. It's just the the imagination of a child's brain is just incredible. But
that's insane.
it's back when Halloween Town 2 came out, and she was going to college, and so I don't know. It was about this genie. There was this like teenage genie. She was that girl. And the narrator of the story was like a 6-year old. And one day he was at Toys R Us with his mom and he ran into this girl and she offered to grant him 3 wishes. But then somehow he got a gazillion instead of three. And she went home with him and became his own personal genie. And he had a little crush on her, but she was like about to go off to Halloween Town College. And so we had to say goodbye. It was a cute little,
Oh, I love
page
that.
story. But
I love
yeah, that
that.
was my first story.
Make it a
And
movie.
so
Let's do it. Come on. I want to see that now.
you would see it would definitely have to be like Pixar style, I think.
Yeah, I
It would
agree.
have to be.
I agree.
Um, but yeah, so I wrote different short stories, tried to write long stories growing up as a kid. I remember I had them in like a shoebox, just all these like random pieces of loose leaf. They're gone now. I miss
Oh,
them all the time. But I didn't start writing poetry till I was probably like 12 or 13. And of course it was terrible. But you gotta start somewhere.
you do. No,
So
you do. You really do. And people are like, oh, I'm scared. And I'm like, be scared, but do it anyways.
you
Because
have
the
to be
thing that
bad.
we're afraid of is the thing that's going to change our life.
Every single time. Fear to freedom, baby.
Literally. But you're
So
so badass. What the hell?
yeah.
Like you've
Who, me?
consistently,
Oh.
yeah, you've consistently kept up with something that a lot of people stop. I think because writing, like I love writing, obviously. Like, hello, imagine I said I hate writing and I'm an author. But like it's such a beautiful way to express yourself. And my favorite thing about words is like people can leave, people can die, things can change, but when you write something, it's there forever. And oh my God, I'm gonna cry anyways, what? That was so deep. But it's like it's so beautiful, but it's also a very pressure-filled environment. And a lot of people start and then they stop because they're afraid that they're going to be, similar to someone else or they're not going to be
Mhm,
as good as someone else. But
mhm.
writing is good when it comes from you. And I think in the world
Yes.
of AI, we all need to hear that.
Yes.
But you consistently kept up with that. And I just think the work that you write now, younger you would be so proud of you for. So
Oh man.
Crying.
You just gave me chills. That touched my heart. Thank you so much
Of
because
course.
no, see, you tried to get me. That's crazy. Not gonna happen. Uh,
Kleenex sponsor us. Thank you so much.
almost literally Kleenex. If you're watching, please, girl. Um, that's so funny.
Literally.
But yeah, she was my biggest motivation for my first book, like
Oh,
reintegrating with her and uh, that was like the biggest catalyst in like the shift in my mindset and just literally allowing her to like take the driver's seat of
mhm.
my life most of the time when it's not life threatening. But
No.
even kind of, she kind of I'll be putting her in some tough situations. So but I really do value the relationship with my inner child, and I gotta give her credit where credit's due because we have been working. We have been working for a while. I took creative writing classes in high school, a couple in college. I got a poem in the school newspaper when I was 17. I was pretty proud of that.
Look at that.
But yeah, I've always been writing. I'd say like I really locked into poetry probably I'm 30 now, so when I was like uh I'd say probably like 16 or 17. And I used to go do open mics here and there. And then my OCD got pretty bad. So I stopped performing and just was writing. Um, and until 2024, from about the year 2018 to 2023, I was in the deepest, darkest, longest depressive episode I'd ever been in my life. And in 2023, I there was like this shift and I started to feel like I was alive again. So now I'm living. And so that's what I wrote my book about. There's very much this dichotomy of like pain and joy, but it's all about growth, and coming back home to yourself and like finding what life is about for you, not what everyone's told you it's supposed to be about.
I love that. And I think, like, I don't know, sometimes I've thought about it. Like, we sometimes live the same exact day every single day. And it's like really
Mhm.
sad to think about life in this like hamster wheel. And when I read your book, I really reflected on what can I add to my life to bring me joy and happiness? Because that's truly what life is about. Like, if you want to have a bad life, you're going to have a bad life. Like, if you think negative, your life is going to become negative. But if you
Yes.
think positive, you will create positive vibrations and positive
Mhm.
experiences amongst yourself. And it's like, yeah, sometimes we go to the grocery store every single day and we go to school, we go to work, whatever. But it's like, what are you doing when you are in school or when you are at work
Mhm.
to make it the
Mhm.
most impactful, healing, creative, safe environment? Like, you can't live
Yes.
the same exact day every single day. If you think differently, if you wear a different outfit, like I'm so extra. I will wear a cute outfit every single day just to make myself happy. Like you
No,
can
it
create
works.
happiness. It really does.
Yes.
It
Yes.
works. But your book really reflected on me because like I'm one of those people who I've really like thought certain things. Like I'm just like, wow, like life is boring, like life is the same every single day. And when you realize like you are allowed to embrace yourself and your younger child, like it's a really healing but fulfilling experience because we have the ability to write our own story, which is our
We
life.
do. We
We do.
do. And I think the inner child aspect is so important because our inner children don't give a fuck the way that we do. Like they are
Yeah.
the purest like reflection of our true wants, needs, desires, intentions. And I think the more that you listen to them, the less directionless you feel. Um, because the first way to start to be happy is to pay attention to yourself, is to be selfish, is to figure out what you need every single day, sometimes in every single moment, to feel a little bit okay, and
That's
giving yourself permission to have that within reason, I think is really important. I think it's a great practice, just throwing this out here for anyone that wants to get closer to their inner child, to have a conversation with them out loud. Literally, like, use your voice to say what your inner child is saying and respond with that same voice. It's two different beings, even though it doesn't feel like it, but it's a really good practice to kind of differentiate this like adultified version and persona of ourselves versus the child inside, you know?
No, literally. And something that like I often think about is I haven't touched a crayon since I was like
Oh,
10 years old. And I'm like,
oh,
why?
yeah.
Why?
Yes.
That's not, there's nothing childish about that. Like, I
Hmm.
could use a crayon. I could write a damn essay for college in crayon if I wanted to. And maybe that's the healing experience that I need. And I think it's weird that,
Yes.
like, when you become an adult, I'm going to put that in quotes,
Hmm.
people like make you think you have to live your life in this boxed in way when it's like,
Hmm.
why am I going to live, you know, what everyone else is doing? Why am I going to live the way everyone else is living? Like, why, if I want to be a little fun and sunshiny and let my inner child come through, I'm going to do that because I think, something that you and I can relate to is like, we've been through a lot of shit. And like, I'm just going to say it like that, emotional stuff, physical stuff. And when you go through that, your inner child is almost robbed of that normal
Yes.
childhood experience. So when you are an adult, it's okay to let your inner child come out and give
Yes.
them that maybe experience that they weren't able to have when you were the age of 8 because you were being bullied or
Exactly.
you were the age
Exactly.
of 10, and something that I literally can relate to you on is I also have dyscalculia. And in school, it was so freaking hard for me to do math and to fit in because kids and teachers thought I was stupid and thought I
Hmm.
needed, support, and then I wasn't given the support that I needed. So I think you and I can relate there because it's like when you are spending your childhood kind of segregated away from people because your brain can't do something properly or you can't, you know, function in the way that's normal, your inner child's almost being taught there's something wrong with me. And then you spend your entire adult life figuring out, okay, what's wrong with me? And then you realize there's nothing wrong with you. You just were in the wrong room.
Absolutely. I think that's so interesting. Two things that you said. You were talking about crayons, and how they're not childish. And I think there's like this negative connotation attached to the word childish because
Right?
we disregard children. Like, we act like they're not human beings, and children are the most enlightened beings on this planet because one, they're closer to closer to the veil, if you believe
Yeah.
that, but also they're unmoored and unaffected by all of the societal norms and things that we have learned through the conditioning of like society. They don't have that. We have to teach them that. So and I think that people think that just because kids don't have a lot of life experience that they don't know anything, but they teach us things every day. So
Literally.
I think
Literally.
being childish is great, and you need to pick up some crayons, babe.
With
Like, that is
wherever
one.
you fall. Piece
Literally,
of chalk
that
and
is one
fall.
thing that I do for my inner child is if she speaks to me and tells me she wants something like that, something that would probably evoke nostalgia within me, that's something that I will get just for her or do just for her, because like you said, when we were kids, we lost out on some of that experience. But not only that, now we're older and we have the money and we can get the things that we wanted as children and couldn't. So it's so healing.
It
It's
really,
absolutely so healing.
it really.
And then you said something else. Um, I'm so sorry. Do you remember what you said before or after that?
I think it was like, be like, what? Um, I kind of just like went on this whole tangent where it's like sometimes we go through our entire childhood. Like if you struggle with anything, it's not just dyscalculia,
Yes.
like OCD, anything, anxiety. Like you're kind of given this implication, like there's something wrong with me, and then you realize as an adult you were not the problem. It's the people that you were in the room with. Those just weren't the right
Yes.
people. That was the wrong room for you.
So it was interesting because I was like proficient and advanced in anything language arts, anything reading, writing, right?
Now we're
And
authors. Like,
so, yeah, and I really didn't notice that I had trouble with math until I was like in middle school. Like every I until we got to the real tough stuff, I was cool. But I remember, and I also was in like gifted program up until I could have gone longer, but I stopped liking it, so I just quit going. But I was in the gifted program as a child. And so when I got to sixth grade, I remember we had this like quiz or something. I knew nothing on that. I knew nothing on that hoe. I did not know. I did not know.
Me,
I
I was
was
like,
like,
see, see, see.
yeah. And like I was such a perfectionist as a child. Like I truly to me, if I got this test like wrong, and my mom wasn't strict about me with grades or anything. I was the strict parent when it came to my grades. It was there's, it's childhood trauma, you
Right.
understand. But
Yeah.
I remember I was sitting there and I just couldn't. I knew that I was gonna fail this test, and I literally had a panic attack. I didn't know what a panic attack was at that point, but I was just sitting. It's not funny. I was just sitting staring at the paper, and I just remember crying. And then I started hyperventilating in front of everybody. The nurse had to come from the nurse's office and give me a paper bag to breathe into like in the
Oh my God, the poor nurse. She's like, what's going on?
I've never
Went to the
that
doctor
has
and
never
she said I
happened
was
again.
fine.
The paper bag thing was crazy. I didn't know people actually use that, but it did help. But yeah, that was
Me,
my first panic attack over a math test. So like the fear that math brought me, yeah, and I'm still not good at it.
me
I'm
either.
still not,
And it's so shitty
but
that like when you're that age, they paint it as this thing that you need to know for the rest of your life. And it's like, I have a
mhm,
calculator. I'm good. I can, at
mhm.
least I can read and write. Like I would not be able to function if I could not read and
Yeah,
write. Like math is whatever, but it's not this big bad wolf that the school system tries to make it out to be.
exactly. Yeah.
Like,
And I just, yeah, and our brains just aren't wired for it. Like I I don't have dyslexia at all. I'm a
me,
really fast reader. I really enjoy reading, and there's really no way for me to comprehend the struggle that someone, well, those little, they make little diagrams and stuff, and they're
right.
like, this is what it looks like for someone. Fine, but I think I understand it more because that's what happens to me with numbers. Like I can flip the position of numbers and not even realize. I
Exactly.
can,
We can
it's so
empathize with
easy.
the concept of it, but we don't know what it's like
Yeah,
to not be able to have the not, the loss of functionality with reading or language.
exactly. Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
like it's insane because it's like you're not the only author. Like we're not the only two authors that I know that have dyscalculia. I should do a study on this.
You should. Are
Crazy.
you said you have your master's. Are you going for your PhD?
I don't know. I might. Like I'm thinking about it.
Sorry, I'm going to turn this into an interview about you. We can talk after. Okay, we can talk after.
We're gonna be DMing.
But no.
But no, it's absolutely insane. And I just think, again, I just think you're so badass and authentic for not letting your struggles define you and still putting yourself out there. Do you have days where sometimes you're like nervous or you're afraid of what people, are gonna think, or have you really gotten to the point where you're past that and you can just kind of do what you do for you and the people that need it?
Phenomenal question,
Thank you.
which also piggies back off of because you asked me three questions at the start of this, and one of them, which is what got me to posting on social media. So, um, just to answer your question, I absolutely still struggle with being perceived. I hear a lot of the time that I appear super confident, which is really nice to hear. But like it's largely a fake it till you make it thing. I try to, it's really easy for us to believe all the negative things that people say about us, but it's really hard to believe the positive things. So maybe it sounds a little vain, but especially when I get self-conscious and insecure, I'm remembering all the people that I've kissed that were hot. I'm remembering all the people that told me I was beautiful.
Right.
Like you're that girl. And but most of the time I can see it, but we all have our days, especially when your hormones are playing tricks on you. But it's hard, and I think, like I said, I'm medicated now for my OCD, but before that, what made me get back on medication was that this fear of being perceived was constantly like driving me crazy and ruining my life. I was always wondering like what people were thinking when they were looking at me. Like I wouldn't eat in front of people. especially at work when I was talking like on the phone, which is my job, I would be self-conscious about what other people were thinking about my voice. Like it was this whole thing. And I was like, I cannot live like this anymore. So I did get on medication and it subsided enough for me to see how not big of a deal it is. And also that like it all goes back to my perfectionism, the issues that I have with perfectionism. I cannot be perfect all the time. And when I see other people being messy and eating in front of me and just being human, it reminds me that that's an expectation I'm placing on myself.
Yeah,
And so I have had to do a lot of mental work, but I'm getting to a place where I don't mind being seen. Um, because part of being authentic is being seen. You know, you have to, people are going to see you and pay attention to you because that's something that they admire in you, you know? And so I think if I'm going to be truly authentic, I have to embrace all of it, you know?
I agree. And like it's hard again when you put yourself out there and you write books and you post on social media or whatever niche anyone listening does. It's like it feels like being naked in the street. It really does.
Yes.
Literally you feel so exposed, but then it's like
Yes.
if someone doesn't like me, okay, maybe I'm coffee and they like tea. And that's fine. And
Yes,
it's easier said than done, but I'm
it
also trying to
is.
remind myself. It's so interesting. Our brains tend to fixate on the people leaving and the things going wrong when it's like we have a
Yes.
whole community of people who buy our books and care and
Right.
message us and support us. And it's weird that we focus on the negative. I think it goes
Yes.
back to that childhood trauma and the stories that we grew up telling ourselves, the
Mhm.
negative
And the
things, and
abandonment.
the
Yeah.
abandonment that I can't do this, but it's all about rewriting the story. And I'm proud of you for doing that. It's so inspiring.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You talked about, so I I was so scared to read my poems in front of a camera. Like I think I started my TikTok um in June of last year. So it's almost been a year. Before that, I was posting my poems only on Instagram, which is crazy because my people were over on TikTok the whole time. But I was posting on the Instagram, not getting a lot of, engagement, attraction, or anything. But I remember I started doing this series called PJ Poetry. And it
Ooh,
was where every Sunday I would read my poems in like my pajamas and a bonnet, cozy vibes with the lights on. This
love
was the
it.
setup. And so it was very much like YouTube, like, "Hi, thanks for coming to PJ Poetry." It was very much not what you would see me post now because I now have content brain. But, I remember being so nervous. Like, when I went back and watched some of those recently, I was so nervous.
Oh,
So, it really was, I really just wanted to start getting better at reading my poetry, not only in front of the camera, but in front of people, because I do wanna start performing again, but I developed social anxiety in the past few years, and so it's something that I've had to, like, and that's where that fear of being perceived comes from, obviously. So it's something I've really had to work toward because I was not like this until I turned like 21.
wow.
So, yeah.
And healing isn't linear and growth is scary. And, sometimes you're going to have days where you feel like you're going backwards. But I always like to say we can't drive a car backwards. You just can't. Like, you can't drive a
Yes.
car backwards.
That's
You'll
a good,
always
I
move
like
forward.
that.
Thank
I
you.
like that.
Thank you. So my next kind of question to segue into like self-love and healing and grief is, maybe for anyone listening with OCD, anxiety, etc. Now you're very public. You post yourself, you go to book signings, you put yourself out there. How did you not let your OCD and your perfectionism drive the car?
Wow. How did I not let my OCD and perfectionism drive the car? Oof. I told her she could sit in the passenger seat.
Seatbelting you in.
Yes. I told her she could sit in the passenger seat, but she could not drive because she was there. But I told her she had to be quiet because I picked the music and so she can't talk. But I would say she's always trying to get in there, but um, I let I let my excitement overtake my anxiety as much as I can, or at least I gaslight myself into believing that the anxiety is excitement, and then eventually it does turn into excitement. I think there was only one part I felt really confident when I did my first signing recently, and the one part that made me really nervous is when I had to sing. I do have a wound with singing that I'm working through, but I also know that's one thing where perfectionism I'm still climbing through. Like that the fact that I can sing and post a video without it being perfect. So I do try to work through that with a little bit of exposure therapy here and there. But singing in front of people um, can be tough, especially when you haven't practiced, but I just made myself do it. I did it scared. I did it anyway. I know well enough now that OCD will lie to you constantly, and you have to just tell her to shut up. Like I was really afraid of dry and I know it's not that simple, by the way. I am on medication, everyone. Just so you know, I'm on 150 milligrams of Zoloft and it's probably gonna go up.
Proud of you. No, I'm proud of you for saying that.
Yes,
Sometimes we need tools to help us heal, and that's okay. There's
we
nothing wrong with
do.
that.
And it's a combination. My psychiatrist always tells me, like, you can have the pills, but you need to be taking vitamins, you need to be drinking water, you need to be stretching, you need to be exercising. Like, the pills work better with the life changes. They don't just work separately. You have to be getting good sleep, like all of this stuff. But I have really bad driving anxiety. Like, it's so, 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 so bad. And I needed to drive to the city a couple weekends ago to see my friend, and I hadn't driven to the city in years. So the whole time leading up to it, I was so scared. I, of course, I wanted to cancel. Of course, I did. I thought about it constantly. But um, I said, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it, girl. What if you get there safe and sound?
Right.
What if? What
It's
if? And
challenging.
I did. And I wasn't as anxious as I thought I would be when I was driving. I was pretty calm, actually. So I think we have to remember that our brain is playing tricks on us all the time. And I think every person that has OCD has a moment where they like are so fed up with their compulsions or obsessions and they just want it to stop. And the most disrespectful thing is that exposure therapy is the way. That's the most disrespectful thing is that you have to oh, it's so disrespectful. It's so disrespectful. And I get it, all you guys that are struggling out there, just know I'm triggering myself too. It might look easy, but I am triggering myself too. And, maybe you self soothe after. I don't know. I'm going back to therapy. I'll let you guys know. But
But we'll do part two. We'll do part two. We'll
yes, we need a
update us
part
all.
two.
No, it's so funny. My therapist is like, you need to expose yourself. I'm like, to what, men? Because that's like one of my my traumas.
Ooh. Ooh, I cut that. Cut the cameras. Girl, I know about that one. Maybe the others
I'd rather hang out with like five bears.
that are hungry,
They
that
read
are
my book.
starving.
I know
They
they
have,
read my book.
and they annotate it, okay? The
Exactly. Exactly. You get it.
I got you, babe.
So, let's talk a little bit about your book. Who is your targeted audience? What do you hope people feel when they read it? And where can we find it?
Absolutely. I don't think we set the name of it yet, so I'm just
Yes.
gonna give my little
Everyone's like, what is this mysterious book?
and I hope you guys stayed to hear the title.
If you didn't, me and Yaya are coming to find you.
Oh, we got you. You're on the list. So
The Billy
my
Madison.
oh, my book is called Suncatcher Spirit.
It's so healing.
God, do you
We
have
don't
a
need to go to
copy
therapy.
handy?
I don't. My
Okay,
bookshelf's all the way.
wait. Okay, we're gonna cut this out. I'm gonna go grab a copy, and then you can like. I'll be right back. I don't know if you can still hear me. I have to run upstairs, but I'm gonna be so fast.
No worries.
Okay, let me catch my breath. God, it's a little.
It's so beautiful. I love it. You guys, you will cancel your therapy subscription.
What'd you say?
I said they'll
Oh,
read it. They'll
so
read it
good.
and cancel their therapy subscription. It's so good.
You're so sweet.
I love it.
I'm
No,
sorry, I have asthma. I
real
just ran up and downstairs. Golly.
queen.
Okay. Okay. I keep saying that and I still need to breathe.
Okay, breathe, breathe. We need you to be alive and well.
Yes, yes. I have to be alive. I was trying to be fast and I should have just walked.
It's okay.
Silly goose.
It's okay.
Okay. All right. So this is my book. It's called Suncatcher Spirit.
It's so
It's a book
beautiful.
of magical, whimsical, meditative poetry with themes of nature, higher self-discovery, and inner child love. Um, it has five. Now I'm nervous and I really can't breathe.
Okay.
Oh my god. Oh my god. And there's five incantations. The act is mantras. Okay. Okay. God, I really broke out of it and I have to get back.
Okay.
Okay. It has five incantations that act as mantras. And you can whisper to them to yourself whenever you need a reminder of your magic.
I
And
love
it has some illustrations in here too. I don't know if you can see
it.
that.
Gorgeous. I love it.
Thank you. So target audience. A lot of people ask me if children can read this book. They can. It is made for adults to potentially read to their inner child, but I've had people tell me that like 9-year-olds, 10-year-olds, 11-year-olds, 12-year-olds really liked it. Kids really love the illustrations inside, so you could read it to them, but they're not going to understand it as an adult would. So, but this is a book that can grow with you. I've read lots of books that I've read as a kid that are completely different to me now that I'm an adult. So, but yeah, the target audience is anyone who wants to be more whimsical, anyone who loves nature, magic, trees, plants. It's very pantheistic because I am a pantheist. So it's really just about finding glimmers in the dark times of life. It's about my evolution as a person um, into the fairy that you see today. It was not easy,
I love
but it's full of self love, it's full of higher self discovery, it's full of magic. So, if you are any of those things or you want to be any of them, then this book is for you.
Guys, read it. It's so healing. It's so beautiful. And it really will heal your inner child. So get a copy today. Now.
Get a copy. It's the antidote for whimsy deficiency disorder. So if your whimsy is deficient, it's not FDA approved, but it will get the job done.
Literally. It's so beautiful. I'm so proud of you. And I just think for anyone listening, like, she is proof that you can turn your pain into passion and rewrite the story. Like, you literally created something that younger you needed to probably use every single day. And now other people who were in the same position as you can use it as a resource for their healing.
Okay, strike two, Rylin. Strike two. I'm gonna cry.
I'm gonna
Thank
cry
you so
too.
much.
Literally, this is just like 45 minutes of us sobbing.
Yes, just pouring love into one another. My
But
favorite conversation.
me too. And I'm really so proud of you. And I'm just so inspired by our chat today. I definitely want you on for part two. Like, we need to do this again. Come on.
Oh my God, an hour's already passed. Holy moly
I know.
ravioli.
I know. We're gonna do part two. I promise.
Okay, for sure, for
It's
sure.
happening. But I kind of want to wrap this up by asking you a fun question and then a very like insightful question. So if you had a
Okay.
color palette, what would that be and why?
Pastel.
Why?
Well, first of all, everybody check the username. It's Pastel Poetics. It's a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle. Pastel colors are soft. They're beautiful. They evoke a sense of calm. To me, they evoke a sense of calm, but also energy, like a very grounded energy. They make me happy to look at. They look good on my skin. They are just girly and sweet and cute.
I love
All the things I love, you know.
all the good things.
Springtime reminds me of spring. So
Happiness.
yeah, I love pastels.
I love that. And my last question for you is if someone listening is grieving, struggling to love themselves, or afraid to be who they are, what is one thing you hope they remember?
Can you ask me that question one more time, please?
Yes, ma'am. If someone listening is grieving, struggling to love themselves, or afraid to be who they are, what is one thing you hope they remember?
Nothing stays the same.
I love that. Thank you so much for
Nothing stays
joining
the
me.
same.
This was such
Thank
a fun
you.
chat. If we want to follow you on Instagram, TikTok, where can we find you?
So, Instagram, TikTok, the handle is Pastel Poetics, Pastel, poet with an ICS. And on Facebook, I'm Yaya Starchild.
My queen.
And you can also check out my website. It's pretty whimsical and cute. That is pastelpoetics.com. Yeah. And I'm outside now, so
I'm so proud of you. I really am. Like, you just are such a beautiful human. We got to have you back on for part two, more yapping, more healing, and more conversing. But thank you for doing this. Let's take a quick picture. Ready?
yes.
Got it. Thank you
Oh,
so much. You are
you're
such a
an
beautiful
angel.
human. No, you are.
You
You are going to be DMing. I know we are. Like,
you
I'm gonna
are.
text you my cell phone number.
Oh my God, please, I'll lock you in under Angel.
I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna go like announce as my Instagram note, Yaya Starchild made me sob all day.
Oh, you're a sweetheart. No, dead ass, you almost made me cry like 3 times.
No,
So
what is
good for
wrong with
you.
us? We're just too cute.
All right, baby. I'll talk to you later.
Talk to you later.
Mwah.
I adore you. This was so healing. Literally gonna be texting you a date for part two. Like, we need to do this again.
Okay, down. I'll lock it in the calendar.
Bye.
Bye, baby.